welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com. It is May 6th, 2020, and we are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio, where I am joined by Jim Sinicropi, and coming up, the twin siblings from Seneca Falls who swept the 2020 Mynderse Academy academic top honors, Margaux and Michael Eller. Today's show is brought to you by Sinicropi Florist and Gift Shop in Seneca Falls. Sinicropi Florist is open for no-contact deliveries and curbside pickup only. It's just in time for Mother's Day, and their store hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 2. Their doors will be locked during this time, so you can place an order and call the shop at 315-568-6345. You may also place an order online through their website at sinicropiflorist.com. Because of limited product availability, designer choices will prevail with pricing from $30 to $100. They're asking to trust the staff to design a lovely gift for you at a full value.
Designer choices will prevail.
Yeah, like they're just saying, you know what, we know what we're doing, and don't get too specific on us.
They know what they're doing. Mother's Day, it's going to be a different Mother's Day. There's no brunches.
I know. Oh, that's so sad. I love brunch, but maybe it'll be cool how people can figure out new fun ways to celebrate their mom.
We're always figuring out new fun ways to do things
nowadays,
inside our houses.
Yes, for sure.
You know what would be a great Mother's Day gift for any mother would be to have your twin children be the valedictorian and salutatorian of their graduating class.
I think that is a great Mother's Day gift, and I think that's rarely done, and it definitely hasn't been done before, you think, in Mynderse Academy history.
I can't remember any other twins that were valedictorian and salutatorian. I can't remember that many twins, to be honest with you. But
I know. That is awesome. That is such a cool thing to do with your twin. For your parents should be so happy and excited that they know they have the two smartest kids.
Well, I was going to, let's welcome them into the show. Margaux and Michael Eller. Margaux, the valedictorian, and Michael, the salutatorian. And guys, Michael, I guess this settles it on who the smarter twin is.
Well, she was born 2 minutes earlier, so
she had a head start.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, first of all, congratulations. I mean, it's an amazing accomplishment, and obviously, you guys should be very proud of yourselves. And it's pretty cool to share something like this with not only your sibling. I guess you almost have to be twins to share that type of honor, to be in the same graduating class, but was there competition between you guys heading up to through high school for this, or friendly competition?
Honestly, I don't really think it was competition. I mean, we were in the same kindergarten class. We've kind of been always in the same class and same class periods, even in high school and middle school.
Oh, wow.
So that's been kind of fun. But I don't think it would be competition. It was more like peer motivation. We definitely would motivate each other to do our best work. And then we always had each other to rely on if we needed help with some specific schoolwork or any project like that. And that has been very nice.
Yes, wow. Margaux and I mean, there's really no strict competition. It's more just we're there for each other when we need it. And if she's having a problem, or if I'm having a problem with a homework assignment or just any sort of work, we just know that we can come to each other because we trust each other. And I mean, it's like a built-in study mate, even though, I mean, it's been like that for a while, but we don't really study with one another anymore. It's more just
having
we're there
a resource,
for each
other. Yeah, under the same roof. That's almost an unfair advantage.
Yeah. If we were identical, we could take tests for each other, but we never did that.
Oh my god. I just feel like even his answer was just so pure and so awesome. It shows how well your parents raised you and how you guys, instead of being like, okay, well, I want to beat her or I want to beat him just because that's sibling rivalry, but you guys seem to really have taken on together your whole school career and been able to actually be there for each other, where some siblings might not have wanted to do that, honestly. I mean, do you guys have big sibling arguments ever? Or are you guys just genuine?
Set of siblings, there are obviously arguments that we have, but I mean, it never lasts that long. We just usually get over it as other siblings do, but we're there for each other most of the time. So
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's normal if you don't have normal sibling arguments. So we definitely get good at it sometimes. But we never can stay mad at each other for too long because, I don't know, we just have that special bond. But there's definitely some sort of, like, I don't know, friendly competition, like with the schoolwork. Obviously, if I do better on a test and he wants to do better on the next one. So it's always kind of that play. But it's more like fun, kind of joking around rather than, like, I don't know, staying mad or getting jealous. Like, there's no jealousy at all.
Right. Well, there's so many things that I want to talk to you about here. First of all, the accomplishment of being valedictorian and salutatorian, the fact that it's 2020, the class of 2020 is not able to complete their academic calendar due to the quarantine and coronavirus, and then, you know, what's next for you guys and how that may even be impacted by the coronavirus. So I guess let's kind of start with the fact that you are going to be able to continue to support each other next year at Middlebury College. You're both going to the same school.
They just did the same thing at the same time, too. I just love it. That's awesome. So was that a hard decision to choose if you were going to go to the same college, or was it a given?
So throughout the whole college application process, we really never imagined that we would be matriculating at the same college or university. And just as we got closer to the May 1st decision day, it's just how it turned out. And I mean, we're both kind of excited to be able to spend the next 4 years motivating each other and just being there for each other in a new environment if we need it.
I mean, I didn't think we would go to the same school. Some of our friends joked, like, you guys are going to end up at the same school. But in the beginning of the college search, we liked the same range of schools, but I mean, we liked different ones more than others. But then kind of once the decisions were coming in and we both got accepted into Middlebury College, we both kind of realized that we both would really like to go there. And we kind of welcomed the idea of going to college together because it's kind of far, like 5 hours away. And so having someone there, I mean, my twin brother with me while I'm in college would be kind of comforting because it's a new experience. Plus, we've been together a whole life. So it definitely would be fun to kind of go through the college experience together.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you visit all the colleges together when you did your college visits? Were any of them separate, or were you always going as a family together?
I mean, for the most part, we visited colleges together. I think Margaux visited the university at Buffalo, and I couldn't make it that day, but I mean, yeah, it's just easy having for our family, so we don't need to drive to a place twice. So
yeah,
I mean,
sure.
Yeah, it was basically a family oriented activity.
What was it about Middlebury that made that your choice?
So Middlebury, it's in Vermont, and Vermont is just beautiful. The campus is gorgeous. And there's so many areas to like hike and go like biking, trails, skiing, all this outside nature stuff with Michael, which Michael and I are both really fond of. And the academics that Middlebury has to offer are just outstanding. And the coursework that they have to offer with the professors is very attractive to us because we both want to go on the pre-med track with different majors. But by attending a liberal arts college, we kind of will get a vast and diverse educational experience, which is what we are both looking for. And Middlebury just kind of checked off all of those boxes for both of us.
And just another thing about Middlebury that just attracted both Margaux and I was the small class. And just, I mean, it's 2,500 for an undergraduate population. And I mean, Margaux and I have both done very well at Mynderse Academy, fostering these relationships with our teachers and the administrators and friends. And I mean, Middlebury, it's a small college as well when you compare it to some bigger universities. And I mean, it's just kind of the next stepping stone on our path. And we just thought that going there, I mean, that small, it's easier to develop those relationships with people when you're at a smaller college.
Sure. And pre-med track, so do you want to be doctors? Anything specific? And as tie into that, has the events of the past several months changed your view of what being in the medical profession could be like, either positively or negatively?
So I am interested at Middlebury College, I plan on majoring in economics with a minor in global health concurrently following a pre-med track. And I mean, being in the New Vision medical program at Geneva General has really just exposed me to a lot of different medical careers. And as of right now, I'm on the pre-med track and planning going to med school, but I'm also interested in hospital administration. And just during this whole pandemic period, it's really heightened my interest in possibly working for an organization like the CDC or the National Institute of Health, just so that I can better healthcare opportunities and access for everyone.
Okay.
For me, definitely going to New Visions has exposed me to so much. We get to shadow like nurses, doctors, surgeries, and that has been very informative for me. It's kind of shown me that right now I'm thinking about I want to go into orthopedics possibly. So at Middlebury, I want to major in biology and do a minor in global health on the pre-med track, and hopefully go to medical school afterwards. So right now, the healthcare workers, like, props to them. They're out there risking their lives so that we can be safe. And right now, I want to be out there, like, with them. I know that I'm too young and inexperienced right now, but I realize that that's what I want to do with my life, because I want to be out there helping people. And in the healthcare field, if I'm a doctor, then I know that I can do it in times of crisis like this.
Okay.
Amazing answers. I love all of that. That's so great. Like, this is awesome that you're not being, scared away almost after seeing this firsthand. You plan for this since maybe your freshman year of what you might like, and then all of a sudden this hits on your senior year and it could have changed everything completely. But instead you guys are taking it on the positive side and saying, like, yep, let's do it. This is just helping me solidify what I think I want to do. Yeah,
it's nice to as someone who really didn't have a plan when I went to college and exactly what I wanted to do, it's nice to, it's certainly an advantage to have such a strong idea of, what you want your future to look like. So that's great. One other thing I wanted to ask you is, you mentioned this Middlebury being a smaller college and you like that feel because of your experience here in Seneca Falls at Mynderse Academy. Sydney and I both went to Mynderse Academy.
Woo woo.
Some of us longer ago than others. And but talk a little bit about the Mynderse Academy community in the town of Seneca Falls and some of the things that you think prepared you for life and just the community you grew up in.
We should probably ask about their favorite teachers as well, because everybody's dying to know that.
That'll be the follow-up.
Yeah.
So we both are so grateful to have grown up in Seneca Falls. The community is so close-knit, and that's really kind of formed us to who we are today. Like, we started at Frank Knight with Mrs. Olszewski in kindergarten, and then Mrs. Smith-Blair, and that kind of helped shape who we are when we were little children. And then we actually transferred to St. Francis St. Stephen's for a few years, 3rd grade through 6th grade, and all the teachers there kind of helped formed our study habits and kind of helped turn us into a more academic mindset as we were transferring to middle school. And then we came back to Seneca Falls in 7th grade for middle school, and all the teachers there and students were so welcoming to us, and I just couldn't thank all the teachers in both the middle school and high school. They are just, the teachers that Mynderse Academy has are just amazing. And we just wanted to also thank our principal, Mrs. Lewis, and vice principal, Mrs. Mullen, and superintendent, Mr. Klingerman, and Mr. McKemney, because they have given us opportunities that are just unbelievable. And the small town experience has just given us opportunities to make real relationships with our teachers so that they actually care for us, and they really go for the extra effort. And we found that that's just, you can't find that at a big school. Like, you just can't, because there's just thousands of kids. So we're both very grateful for that, and we wanted to thank all of the teachers and everyone that has helped us get here along the way.
And just another amazing thing about growing up in Seneca Falls, just a tight-knit community, as Margaux already said, is just, since we're in such a small town, just able to foster those relationships with all those people that Margaux mentioned, and also our church that we're part of, St. Mary's in Waterloo, and just the close friends that we've just made in our family. And I mean, growing up in Seneca Falls, I just love it because you walk outside. I go on runs on my road and I see people I know. The other day, I was out for a few miles, like I just ran a few miles, and I saw 3 different people, and it's just, I can't imagine that being someplace else because there's just so many people. But it's just nice to go outside and know that you're gonna see somebody that you know and be able to connect with them.
Yep, I agree. It's one of the things I like about Seneca Falls is whether you're driving to work or heading downtown, you're going to see, a dozen people that you know. You're going to wave to them, say hello. It's nice. It's nice to, for a lot of reasons, find a Seneca Falls in Mynderse Academy.
The only con of that is when you're at the grocery store and you're trying to get in and out and you end up running into 10, 12 people and you have to stop and talk to them all and be like, hey, how you doing? What's great? But again, that can be a pro too. But yeah, that everything that you said makes sense. And that's what I thought was such a good point when you mentioned the college that you're going to. That is such a change. And when I actually went to college, I noticed I only went to MCC for those 2 years, and having such larger classes really made me not form such good connections as I did with the teachers, obviously, in Mynderse. So having smaller classes in college can be such a good benefit, I think. Because that could be a big change for a lot of people in
I went to Syracuse, and it was like night and day.
Oh, yeah.
There was just, at Syracuse, there was so many students that you just had your niche group.
Right.
And it wasn't like a full... like everybody in my graduating class, you didn't even know them all.
Right, yeah, you might never even run into them, that's what's the crazy difference.
But, one last thing I want to touch on before we move on and look at some of the photos this week is, at first when they closed down school, and I have a 13-year-old daughter who, is in the middle of a extended vacation, but at first it had to be like, oh, great, we're going to get a week or two off here from school. But at this point, what's your overall feeling on, kind of how your high school career is coming to a close under these conditions?
I mean, this is happening all across the world. So it was expected that it was going to the impact of this COVID-19 was going to be more detrimental than everyone thought. And I mean, I think our school has done a really good job in just trying to make everybody stay positive and just celebrate the senior class in the best ways as they can. Just last Friday, they hosted the ceremony at the turf in which all of our teachers and other admin at the school came out. And it was really such a great night, and just seeing all of our teachers at school just have signs and cheer us on as we drove by. I mean, things like that. It's just, our teachers and the admin at the school are still trying to celebrate all of the seniors' accomplishments throughout the past 4 years. And I mean, of course it's sad. We're not at school. We're not doing things like our senior trip and actual graduation in June and our senior ball, but we're still trying to potentially plan for these events. But it's just, there's a bump in the road, but we'll get past it.
Yeah,
how about you, Margaux?
It's definitely been very challenging. And disappointing. I mean, we all want to be at school. We want to do the senior trip, the senior ball, and that all got taken away from us. But again, like Michael said, this isn't just a Seneca Falls seniors problem. Like, this is happening to people all across the world, and people are suffering much more than missing out on like a senior trip. But again, it's very comforting and reassuring to see how much effort that our teachers are putting in to make sure that we are not only getting celebrated as seniors, but also that we are continually engaged with our education. We have Zoom meetings, like a lot of our teachers host Zoom meetings and they always make us smile. Our new vision instructor, Mrs. Van Neal, she always does something crazy. We have two Zooms a week, and she always makes them very engaging. And it's fun to see those classmates that are from all across the Finger Lakes area. And our principal and vice principal send daily videos. So seeing stuff like that, it just shows how much that the teachers care, and that they want us to continue to not only have a positive mind towards learning, but kind of positive outlook with this whole situation. And Michael and I are just trying to remain positive. I know that school's closed for the rest of the year, which is kind of grim, but we know that this can't last forever, and that there's still hope for things to go on, maybe later than expected, maybe different ways than expected. But you just have to make the best of the situations you're in and just kind of figure out how to be creative so that you can come out successful.
Yeah, and that's a great attitude to have, because I do feel bad for you that you aren't able to just have the normalcy of how enjoyable that final semester in high school is as a senior. But with that being said, I think that 10, 20 years from now, they're never going to forget the class of 2020. You're always going to have that. as something that happened to you, and it's always going to be a part of your life and your identity. And yeah, like I said, it's a great attitude you have. And while I do feel bad for you and all the students, but I think certainly the senior class, it's kind of an unfair deal, but it will certainly make you unique, in the history. Your life story will be different than almost everybody else that had that normal. So sometimes it's good to be the odd man out. Sometimes to be different. So, but it is that's the hardest part of this. I think all the suffering, the businesses, and everything. But I really do feel like the seniors are really getting shortchanged, and not only in high school, but colleges not being able to make that commencement walk and all that stuff. But like I say, you guys have great attitude and should be certainly proud of yourselves. I know if you're looking for a Father's Day gift, I got a suggestion for you, okay? Your father could use a new driver. The one he uses now, like he wants to play me in golf, and he always loses no matter how many strokes I get him. But the driver he uses, I think, is the same one that Byron Nelson used in the 1940s. So
no, it's old. A lot of his golf clubs are old, and I don't know. He likes them.
Maybe we'll consider it for Father's Day. We'll definitely
skipped right over Mother's Day because you think Mother's Day, oh, she got this. She got these results for her kids in school. So sorry, we're just going to move to Mother's Day now. But thank you again, you guys. You guys are so great, outstanding students, it seems like. I'm sure the teachers love having you guys, and we loved having you on the show. But we're going to keep you on the show so you can pick a top local photo from the Finger Lakes, and be warned, people might get mad at you, but that's just the way it goes, okay? So
gotta pick. We're gonna show you photos. You gotta pick your favorite.
Yeah. Short story that way.
All right,
we're gonna start with an early morning sunrise overlooking Cayuga Lake, No, that is not a sunrise.
There we go.
North of Dean's Cove. This photo is by Jim Bromka. Ooh, that is beautiful.
That is a really nice picture.
The colors are great.
It's so tranquil. Katie Pringle captured this shot along Lake Ontario. Blustery days always prove to be essential surf days at the lake. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure there's been a few of those lately.
Yeah.
Cold.
A pleasant shot from Skinny Atlas photographed by Bobby Carr. Something to put a smile on your face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've loved seeing how many people have taken it upon themselves to put little things out in front of their house, little hope signs, thanking certain people. I think it's great.
Have you guys done anything like that? You or your friends, around town?
Yeah, we have a sign outside our house that my mom kind of helped make that says every little thing is going to be all right, and it says something hope on either side. And sometimes when it's nice out, we put it outside our house, and then because a lot of people walk down our road since we live by the lake, and it's small, but it's something.
That's awesome. I love it. I think people should do it all year round. I don't think we should stop after this. People need that encouragement. But anyways, let's move on. Let's see. Michael Mateus caught this guy sneaking a snack. There's the photo that we saw. I love it. He's so cute. It looks like kind of like a little baby.
Youngster, yeah. That's a young squirrel.
The Owasco River was
Remember
flowing.
The rodent family,
What about the rodent family?
Well, squirrels, everybody thinks they're cute. They're just little rats.
Oh, wow.
Or little tree rats.
Way to put that down. I like them. They're still cute. The Owasco River was floating in this shot by Robert Otterstader. If I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. That's what it looks like.
Robert Otterstader.
Love it. That is a cool shot, too. Looks like it's a little high, though, the water.
No, we did get a lot of rain.
Todd Tanner coming up with another gorgeous shot over Owasco Lake. Ooh. What a view.
Really?
The clouds.
Amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, they're literally like rolling clouds. Almost looks like how you would see after a field was just like tilled, I guess.
After a field was tilled?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Maybe it's because I'm used to seeing that. And I just saw it last night across the street. I have cornfields and everything, so that must be what's at the top of mind. But that's what I think of. Okay. A stunning sunset along Owasco Lake by Anthony Colucci.
Oh, another one. A lot of them from Owasco Lake this week.
Love it. A stunning, calm, warm, sunny day on Canisius Lake by Ola McGill. Beautiful.
A lot of lake shots.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Peaceful. And last but not least, some furry friends captured by, again, Robert Otterstader's lens.
Otterstader.
Love it.
Sheep.
That's a cool photo, too. We don't usually get a lot of sheep, right?
No, more cows than sheep.
Oh, no. Now it's time. Now we have to choose our favorites. We're going to let the twins choose first.
Go ahead, guys. Which one do you like the best?
I would say my vote is the sunset one or the Owasco Lake picture.
Okay.
Tanner,
Todd Tanner's. How about you,
Me
Margaux?
too.
Oh, I love it.
All right, Sid.
Is that the one that I said looked like they were tilling up the land on the field?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, just to throw another one in there, I'm going to have to go with the first one, which was still a sunset, but it had that little heart bench, and it was at Dean's Cove. And I do love the squirrel, too, but that's just...
Yeah,
I
the
like the squirrel, too. That was a close second.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go with our photo of the week here for Todd Tanner.
Woo! I love it. Yeah, that is so pretty. People will understand what I'm saying, I bet, when I said that, just so you know. Anyways, that was all our local photos. Everybody sent in some great photos. If you would like to share your photos from across the Finger Lakes, you can click on the link in the top right of our homepage at fingerlakes1.com. Now you have to tell us what I'm dreading is the weekend weather. Which
Okay,
hasn't
we
been
might
great.
go a little over here.
Okay.
Our half hour, but that's okay. Yeah, it's not a great weather forecast for this weekend. It's, a lot of times it does snow on Mother's Day. It's happened in the past. It might happen again this year, although it's more likely the snow will come the day before Mother's Day. Start with Friday, slight chance of rain and snow showers before 9 a.m., and then the chance of rain increases. Otherwise, partly sunny with a high near 46. West winds 11 to 13 miles per hour, making it seem much colder.
Yeah.
I'm no meteorologist, but I can read the forecast, and I know when you add 13 mile per hour wind to 46 degree temperature, that is cold. So, and then overnight on Friday, I imagine there's going to be a real good chance of a frost as the low gets down to 30. And then Saturday, snow showers likely in the morning, and then switching to rain and snow between 9 and 11 a.m., and then rain showers after 11 a.m. Mostly cloudy with a high near 42, and again, continued breezy. A 60% chance of rain. And then Sunday, Mother's Day, actually my pick day. It's a beautiful day, partly sunny, high near 50. Not as warm as we'd like, but that's still a pretty nice day when it's sunny and 50. And then I wish heading back to work or wherever you do on Mondays nowadays would be better, but it's still only going to be about a high of 50. So no really break in sight from this cold snap we've been having after having a wonderful day on Sunday. As a matter of fact, my head got sunburned.
I'm sure all that
Sunday.
golf you've been playing.
Golf and yard work. It hurt pretty bad. It's starting to peel now, I think. But,
oh man, I'm okay with some peeling sunburns if it means we're gonna get more weather like it was, because that was beautiful. It was a tease. This was just like horrible to listen to, but we'll look at the bright side. It's coming, and we'll get there eventually.
So what are you going to do this weekend for the holiday weekend?
I don't even know. Honestly, I haven't made any plans. I'll probably drop off a present to my mom, and maybe we can hang out outside.
Well, yeah, like I said, it could be that type of day. If the wind's down, partly sunny, high near 50, might not be horrible. Wear a sweatshirt, maybe get a fire going or something. I don't know.
But that'd be about it.
Do you guys have any special plans for Mother's Day?
Well, actually, this weekend, Saturday is our dad's birthday, and Sunday's Mother's Day. So it's kind of a double whammy weekend.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to make gnocchi for both days. For their gifts.
Amazing.
Nice.
I love
do you normally like to cook, or?
Yeah, I like to cook, and I've definitely been cooking a lot more during quarantine because I have the time.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of cooking myself. It's starting to get old, actually, and I would love to go to a restaurant. You know?
Yeah, me.
What about you, Mike? What do you like to do, like, hobby-wise?
So I like to paint a little bit when I have some time. Haven't had much time recently just because, Zooms and just other stuff. But when I have time, it's nice to just sit down with a canvas and just try to be creative. But other things, I like to run a lot, trying to run every day over the quarantine.
You're also a state caliber walker, right?
Oh, definitely.
You went to the state walking championship last year, I think?
Yes, I went to the New Balance National Championship in New York City last March it was.
Amazing. I love that. So many interesting things I feel like you guys have done or do in your daily lives. That just proves like kudos to you guys, kudos to your parents. I think you guys are awesome, and we wish you the best moving forward in your new college careers. Together we'll
Thanks
be
for
great.
taking the time for coming on, and congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you for having us on your show this afternoon.
You're a great accomplishment, and you're certainly going to be make all of us here in Seneca Falls proud as you progress on through college and the rest of your lives. And again, I really feel badly that this has had to happen during your senior year, but you guys have a great attitude and are going to be great representatives of Mynderse Academy in Seneca Falls as you head off to Middlebury next year.
Agreed.
So, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. That's really all the time we have. I will not make them tell who their favorite teacher is because we don't want to hurt any teachers' feelings. But thank you, everybody, for joining us. Again, thank you, Margaux and Michael, for joining us. If you enjoyed our show, you can click like, you can share with your friends, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you, of course, again next Wednesday. And until then, have a great Mother's Day weekend here in the Finger Lakes.
Happy Mother's Day to all those moms out there.
Yes.
Hang in there, Finger Lakes. We're going to be all right.
Yes.